So hi guys, check this out. Check out thegreatbritishpaddle.com and I shall fill you in as we go through the video. Alright guys, up on Beachyhead and surrounding area. So South Downs, absolutely stunning day. It's very dry up here, but beautiful day. 27 degrees I think. And, going for a walk basically with the camera. Just seen a guy with a drone, which he's still flying actually. I've got some video footage and some photos of the DJI Mavic, I think, of some sort, coming cruising past. So he came quite close to me, sort of over the cliff though. So it'd be interesting to see the footage he got. So let's go and say hello anyway. So guys, the gentleman I met who was flying the drone, his name is James May. Not James May, the person you're possibly thinking about, but James is a photographer and videographer, and he was supporting Jordan, who is basically doing a circumnavigation of the Great Britain on a paddleboard, standing up. When I arrived, there was quite a few people on paddleboards, so I didn't really know who I was photographing or anything like that, but that you'll see later on. James also sent me some of the drone footage he had taken, which is really nice, so I could actually use it in this video, as I didn't have my drone with me. And to be honest, I'm still a little bit scared of flying off the cliff and down to Beachyhead there. So it's really nice to actually see a bit of footage like this that I could use, and I probably will brave it one day. But basically, Jordan was being accompanied by a lady called, I think it was Sarah, who is a paddleboarder, and they were basically going along the Sussex coast, and I just happened to be in the right place, right time. There's James there flying the drone, and basically they were going to stop at Newhaven, and James was basically just following along with an app, just making sure they're safe and everything like that, keeping an eye on them, but also documenting the route as such. So if you go onto the website here below, you'll see thegreatbritishpaddle.com. You can actually check it out and see where they've been, and see what Jordan's up to. Also the Instagram page and everything as well, and Facebook page. And you can also donate. So this is for charity, and it's you'll be able to read about it. I'm not going to go into it because I could be chatting away for quite a while. But I basically just went out for a drive, and it was a beautiful day, plenty of people everywhere, and just thought I'd snap away. And obviously meeting James, I said, would you like me to come along with you for a bit, take some other shots and maybe a bit of video and stuff like that he could use. So that's why we kind of had a good old chat. It was really nice to meet him, and obviously met Jordan and Sarah later on when they came ashore. Here's the drone, so that's shot at 500 frames per second while it was hovering about. But absolutely perfect weather. I think Jordan had the tide with him, which was good, and they were moving much faster than you expected. It was kind of crazy. You sort of see them in the distance, and you think, oh, they'll be a little while yet, and suddenly they're upon you, and you're thinking, blimey, okay. So we basically went from Beachyhead along to Seaford, which is this is the end of the Seaford cliffs here, and got a bit of footage here, and you can see the sky was lovely and blue, the sea was lovely and blue, almost turquoise actually. It could have been somewhere much more exotic than the British Isles. So as you can see here, I've added a bit more of the drone footage, James flying through here, which was really cool. And the larger drones, they don't seem to get too much hassle from seagulls, which is good, because there was quite a few flying around. You'll see them in a minute as he goes right through the gap there, which really added to the video there. So it was really cool. I was sort of basically saying, don't crash, because that's what I'm probably thinking if I was flying. So, and then we spotted them. So they were just coming there. Jordan's on the left, Sarah on the right, and as you can see, quite a long way away. I'm zooming right in on the distance there, and so they came past and they stayed out because it was quite a busy area. Actually, there was loads of people in the sea. There was people on boats cruising past. There was jet skis. There was people jumping off the sea wall there. Kids doing backflips and stuff. And so there's lots going on. So obviously they stayed quite a way out. So probably about a quarter of a mile, I suppose, away from us. So we kind of thought, well, okay, we'll get a bit of footage here and then move along. And but what a stunning day. There's one of the kids there doing a backflip. I thought he was going to go further down. Let's say lots of boats, some kind of inflatable bouncing chair thing on the back there that obviously people could sit in. But like I say, look, you can see the water is just absolutely flat. Absolutely lovely. The light was beautiful. Couldn't have asked for a better day, really. Like I say, there's lots of people cruising around doing their thing. And the beach was pretty busy, not mega packed. Social distancing, don't really know what was really going on there, but some people were, some people obviously weren't, but we won't go into that. Then we went to Newhaven Beach. This is where we just about made it in time to get a bit of footage of them coming in, because this is what, suddenly they move and they're gone, and you think, blimey, they're actually moving at quite a pace. So obviously by the time we've driven down and around the roads and got stuck in traffic and stuff like that, but also we went to the shop and actually bought them some snacks and food, and obviously to keep their energy up. And there's no way of getting anything to them very easily while they're out at sea. So as you can see there, Jordan coming in. So basically, I think they were very pleased to see us. Obviously, I met them. Lovely to speak to them and everything, and very interesting actually. Sort of obviously the reason why he's doing it, and obviously how far around the Isles. There's actually about 11,000 miles worth of coastline in England, but I think actually that's like every nook and cranny and all that sort, and the way the cliffs run and everything like that. But obviously if you go around the outside in a straight line as such, missing certain areas, it's only about 2,500 or 3,000 miles. So he's definitely got a few months worth of paddling there, but very interesting. And I think he had a very, very good day that day. They were basically going to keep going on to Brighton, and then James would pick them up, and then they'd stay somewhere the night, and then crack on the next day. He was saying that they'd done 12, I think it was 12 days, but they had 4 days that they couldn't go out because the weather was bad. So after their snacks and a little bit of an interview, James did a little bit of videoing, not just chatting to him and everything. Off they went for, I think it was only 2 or 3 miles more further down. No, 7 miles. I think it was maybe 7 more miles along the coast to Brighton. And that's where they were going to basically call it the day, so they could rest up and obviously get ready for the next day and keep paddling. So you can, like I say, you can follow them, you can track them live on the website. You can read about the team. You can read about the actual the Great British Paddle and how it all began and everything like that. But like I say, I just went out with the camera just to snap away, just have a good day out. Obviously, one of the ferries there at Newhaven reversing out, ready to go back over to France. And here's a few shots of Jordan there. But really, really, really lovely day actually. It was hot, but there was a bit of a breeze. But I mean, out at the sea, that must have been quite hot. Obviously, with a little bit of a breeze, but the sun was beating down with not a cloud in the sky. So definitely a lovely day, but in some respects, a bit too warm. But anyway, the shots I've taken here. I used the Sony RX10 Mark IV. Everybody knows me. They know about the camera I use, or cameras I use, and this is the all-in-one, which worked brilliantly for this sort of thing. So documentation of Jordan out on his paddleboard from quite a way out. You've got a lot of it, scope, you've got video, slow motion, and everything like that. So it was very useful bit of kit, and I shot quite a few hundred shots and quite a bit of video, and right at the end, just before I was going home, I was down to 3% battery. So, and I didn't bring a second battery with me because I thought I'm only going to go out for a couple of hours and have a a few snaps here or there and just enjoy the day, take the car for a blast, and so that was Brighton in the distance. I could actually just about see the Isle of Wight from the top of Beachyhead. It was that clear, but you could actually see quite a bit of distortion in from the heat haze. You can see here. Look at the state of the propellers on the wind turbines there, all bent. That's just down to heat haze. So yeah, they're quite interesting. But like I say, quite a bit of interest shots, a bit of reflections and things like that I managed to capture as well. So really, really good day. Glad to have met Jordan. Glad to have met Sarah and obviously James as well. And I'm staying in touch with James. And hopefully I can go when we hope to get time when when Jordan comes back round and he's basically almost home again as such. I'm going to try and go up there and meet that day, and as he comes back. So it'll be interesting to go and catch up again and see how he did and see what he thinks of the sort of 2,000 miles of paddling around the country. I mean, some of the scenery though is absolutely stunning. So I can only imagine some of the scenery is amazing, but obviously some of it is very harsh, especially when the weather's going to be giving it to him sort of up in Scotland that way. It's going to be pretty hardcore. There goes the lifeboat anyway. It's just one little video here. This is kind of a little bit sad, I think, but it's quite moving at the same time. I was just doing some videoing and in slow motion and at 500 frames per second. I just saw this man. At the time, I couldn't see the bunch of flowers in his hand. And, I thought, it's obviously a private moment, but at the same time, it's obviously a special moment. But the water crashing up behind him, I thought, wow, look at that. That's so cool. It shows you how big the waves are, blah, blah, blah. But it was obviously a moment of his life, or maybe he's lost someone, I don't know. But I just thought it's been documented, and it's one of those things that maybe one day someone might see it, that his family member or something. So it's obviously a special moment. Sometimes things like that are well worth sharing or saving someone. So that's why I've done it. So anyway, guys, don't forget to click the subscribe button and the little notification bell, and don't forget to go and have a look at the website, thegreatbritishpaddle.com, and have a good read. And if you fancy donating or following Jordan on his travel around the country, obviously follow me on Instagram and Facebook as well. And like I say, I'll leave the links and everything below. And yeah, so see you soon.